Okay, welcome to Mr. Holloway's Foundational Python Skills series. Today, in this video, we're going to continue talking about variables, but we're going to talk about concatenation, arguments in the print function, and f strings. We're going to see how all that stuff is relevant. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to create a variable, and we're going to continue on from the last video. And by the way, if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go back and look at some of the other videos, they're available in the comments. All right, so let's get started. Let me create a variable, and I'm going to call this variable let's call it first name. So first underscore name. Remember, with our variables we're using the underscore. Again, when we create a variable, we declare it and we assign it a value. So I'm going to assign it a value of Bob, and I'm going to create a last name. So let's create a last name, and I'm going to set a value of Johnson. Okay, so we have two variables. We've declared the values, we've assigned them, we declared the variables, and we've assigned them a name, and now we're just going to print them out. Okay, so I want to print this. Let's say I want to say my name is. Now there's several ways we can do this, and I'm going to cover them. But we're going to use concatenation. All right, so concatenation is basically a way of adding things on to other things, and you do that by doing the plus sign, and you do the variable. So in this case, I'm going to say my name is, and then plus sign plus first name, which is the variable. So when I run it, it says my name is Bob. Now notice I don't have a space in between this. I can fix this a number of ways. I'm just going to do this quick fix right now. I'm going to put a little space here, and that will fix it. And there you go. That's fixed there. I could also do I could add on another thing. So I could say plus, and I could do empty quotes and just put a space there. And so now I'm concatenating two things, or actually three. I have the original my name is, and then I have plus this goes together with this, so the empty space, and I have plus first name. So when I run it again, I'm going to get rid of the spacing problem there. All right, so that's one way I could do it. Now I'm going to keep it at that. Now I want to say my name is Bob Johnson. So again, I'm just going to do plus last underscore name. And again, if you notice, as I'm typing, you notice that this replet gives me code hinting. And so instead of having to type out the whole variable, I can just hit the tab button, and it's going to just do that. Now, for the purposes of just styling, I like to do just to put a space in between that. So essentially this goes with this, right? This goes with first name, and then this goes with last name. Okay. Some people may not put the spacing there for whatever reason, but I like to just have a space in between there. And so now when we print it out, we're going to actually have the same problem we had before, which is my name is Bob Johnson. And I'm just going to fix that by adding another empty quote. Okay, and that should fix it. And we'll be able to have that space fixed. All right, so now we have my name is Bob Johnson. Okay, so that's actually one way of doing this. Now another way is by using arguments. Okay, so in this case we use concatenation. We're going to use the arguments of the print function, and this is specifically for the print function. But now I'm going to do print, and notice I did comment this out because I don't want this to run. And I'm going to say my name is, all right, and then instead of using concatenation, I'm going to use a comma and input an argument. And so the first argument I'm going to put is first name, and then I'm going to do a comma. I'm going to add a third argument, and I'm going to say last name. And now when I print, I should get the same thing. So my name is Bob Johnson. Notice that with arguments, even here, I don't even need this space here. Let me rerun this again. Right, okay. So notice that I don't have any extra any air quotes or anything. I just put the variable, and again, the spacing doesn't matter here. That doesn't create the space that you see here. So watch when I run this, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, so when you use the arguments, it actually creates the spacing for you. Okay, so that's one way. Another way that the second way you can do it. Another way that you can use, you can put things together is with F strings. Okay, now F strings are very powerful. It's a really great feature, and one of the main reasons that people use them is to avoid errors, which we're going to get into in the next video. We're going to really talk about how you can have errors when you mix and match different data types. Okay, so let's do the third one. And so I'm going to say print, and this time I'm going to say my name is, and because this is an F string, I need to put an F here, so I'm just going to put an F there. And then now I'm going to use my curly brackets, and I'm going to say my name is, and I'm going to put the value of the variable, which is first name, and then I'm going to put the value of the last name inside the curly brackets. Okay, so in this case, I say my name is first name inside the curly brackets and here, and then now when I run it, I'm going to run it again, and I get my name is Bob Johnson. And so that is using F strings, which is very useful. Actually, probably the preferred way to do it, to use when you're combining different data types, which we're going to get into in the next video. So I'm going to leave this video here. And in this video, we covered concatenation, we covered arguments in the print function, and we covered F strings. Okay. The next video, we're going to talk about data types and how some of the problems you can run into when you're mixing different data types, and we're going to learn how to fix them. All right. So see you in the next video. Hope you liked the video. If you did, go ahead and like it and make a comment, as well as subscribe to the channel. See you later.